This podcast is a member of the New York City Podcast Network at nycpodcastnetwork.com. Visit us to listen to over 250 amazing podcasts just like this one.
Japanese street style is some of the cutest and trendiest clothing in the world. Introducing Cherry Goddess Women's Clothing and Accessories, the hottest original and cute clothing company. We offer tops, clothes, accessories, shoes, dresses and skirts, and comfortable homeware that we guarantee you will love. Cherry Goddess Women's Clothing, super cute Japanese style clothing.
This is Black Wall Street Chronicles, and we're back at it again. Today, is Season 6, Episode 1 of my podcast, the season premiere of Season 6. Today, on this podcast episode, I am going to be talking about how Sandbox video games are harming black youths. Before we get started, I have some announcements. I am now featured in feedspots.com 50 African American podcasts. So if you guys want to go to feedspot.com, you can actually see me listed along with other 50 African American podcasts that you can also listen to. In this particular season, I signed up to medium.com. Is a blog website where I can post my blogs. And what I've been doing is I've been typing up a couple of blogs and I've been posting on medium.com. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read from these blogs that is based on my own research and not anybody else's research. But before we get started, there's a song I want you guys to listen to. This song is from the New York City Podcast Directory, and it's called Dark City. And it's a very cool and very laid-back song, okay? Thank you, and I'll be right back.
Walking down this New York City boulevard, quick on my feet, but on the inside kind of scarred. Rainy walls against the riots in the halls. Inside the bars, people making final desperate calls. Sirens tells me there is someone still alive. Somewhere out there, people turning in their high. My coat is open, but it makes me feel awake. I'm so cold, I can hardly feel the ache. Dark city, destiny crossroads, waging a battle against the time to come. Dark city, the destiny crossroads, waging a battle against the time to come. I saw this lady looking tired, dressed in white. She asked me, "Mister, where you heading for tonight?" I said, "Honey, I can't tell you, I don't know. Depends on the company and where the wind wants me to go." She turned out to be something else than I had guessed. She was out there for a deeper kind of quest. You never know, in some dark and silent place, there's a person who can recognize your face. Dark city, destiny crossroads, waging a battle against the time to come. Dark city, destiny crossroads, waging a battle against the time to come. Just like that. That's what you like. Never seen it before. Yes.
This is Black Wall Street Chronicles, and we're back at it again. Yeah, so that was Dark City from the podcast Direct Safe Directory Network from the New York City Podcast.com. Yeah, so I'm going to get started with my episode. So, Sandbox video games may be destructive to young black men. When I was a child, I used to play in the Sandbox. I would always take my Ninja Turtles and my G.I. Joes to the Sandbox all the time. Now, there was times when I did not have any toys, and every parent knows when the kids don't have a toy in the Sandbox, they will use their imagination to have fun. Sandbox video games have been inspired by this activity. However, Sandbox video games have become very controversial. The first Sandbox video game that I ever played was Grand Theft Auto 3. In Grand Theft Auto 3, you play as Claude, a silent protagonist. After being left and betrayed and left behind by his girlfriend, Claude seeks revenge. In the beginning of the game, you are in an open world of Liberty City. You get left behind in the middle of the city, and you can do whatever you want. This video game is one giant sandbox. What makes this game not good for black children is that you commit so much crime in the game. And what makes this game so insane is that you can pick up sex workers. There's another Sandbox video game series that is supposed to be a parody of Grand Theft Auto. The game series is called Saints Row. This game is so crazy that it jumped the shark in the Sandbox video game genre. There is one mission that caused me to uninstall the game. In this mission, you have to go to a strip club to find a pimp with a purple suit that owes you money. After you find this man, you end up chasing this man while holding a strange object in your hand. I will not say what the object is, but I'll tell you I felt so uncomfortable with that mission. The next and final Sandbox video game that I'll be talking about is a video game called Bully. Bully was released on October 17, 2006. This Sandbox is about a juvenile delinquent named Jimmy Hopkins, who was dropped in a fictional boarding school called Bulworth Academy. While in the school, he fights off bullies and various student factions. The way he does this is through pranks and Machiavellian politics. Jimmy Hopkins, while rising in power, has his former friend Gary Smith tries to undermine him at every turn. Gary Smith is dangerous because he has the mentality of a school shooter that wants to cause chaos in Bulworth Academy. Parents do not like the subject matter of this video game because it has themes of bullying that actually happens in real life. There are a lot of young African American kids who are playing these Sandbox video games. Games like Batman Arkham City, Sony Spider-Man video games are great. However, Sandbox games like The ones that are named earlier need parent supervision. You must pay attention to your children's behavior while playing these games. I believe you should not allow your children to play these video games at all. Thank you. This is Black Wall Street Chronicles, and I'm signing off.